Yes, I'm recently aware of a letter that was written by the brother Kevin Hackey in regards to the video that I did with Judy Lacowski. And I understand everything he said in that video, but I just want to, reflect and point you to this this video right here. This is the one that I choose to believe.
I had nothing to do with Pac's death. He calls Hackey and former bodyguard Frank Alexander liars. But it's Hackey who was offering the truth challenge.
My 100,000 is sitting here. I want Reggie to put up 100,000. I will gladly take a polygraph, and I will gladly take his money, and I'll go ahead and start a college fund for underprivileged kids in Las Vegas under Tupac's name. The only thing I want here is for Reggie to be arrested.
Life is like cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy Delray Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor and hit the thumbs up button. It's very much appreciated, and it helps the video get out to more potential subscribers as well as my current subscribers. Also, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Tell a friend. But most importantly, like I always say, if you're new to the channel and you would like to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of the Straight Game, please do me a favor and hit the bell notification. I'm going to get right into it, ladies and gentlemen. I got him. I told you everything that I've done up until this point has been very strategic. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has told the ultimate lie to his subscribers, and worst of all, to himself. And the fact of the matter is, he thought that he had covered all of his tracks, but he didn't. And I picked up on it. Because when you're a malignant narcissist, you can't help but try to win at all costs. And sometimes the price that you have to pay is too high. Let me tell you what I mean. I've done some recent videos with a young lady by the name of Judy Lacowski, who was the fiance of Michael Moore. And the reason for those videos is she was shedding light on certain situations and giving intricate details to those situations in regards to what Michael Moore had told her, how he passed away, and various other things that that we had talked about. Remember, I told you when you throw a rock in the back of a pack of dogs, the one that gets hit is the one that hollers. Once again, Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. has hollered because he got hit by the truth that Judy Lacowski was speaking on. Judy Lacowski had been on Bomb First before, and from the interview that I listened to, she didn't back down. She told Reggie Wright that Michael Moore heard the got him after Tupac had got shot. And she stood on that. And she said the same thing as well as various other things in relation and not in relation to that in regards to Michael Moore. And so Reggie Wright proceeds to make a video calling Miss Lacowski all kinds of names, calling her fat. And like I said, once again, Reggie has not looked in the mirror lately. You can't do that. That's the pot calling the kettle black. I've never met Miss Lacowski personally to know whether she was either or. You know what I mean? I appreciate her truth and her time, and for sharing it with me, for allowing me to share it with you. But in the video that Reggie did calling names, and he slipped up. He was bragging. He was lying. He was misleading. And one thing in particular is once somebody tells you a lie about something small, you know that they will lie about anything. So in this video right here, Reggie Wright proceeds to say that he recently got an ASCAP royalty check. It's the royalty check for music from his bogus publishing company that he named identically after Suge's publishing company, hoping that one day that he could steal Suge's publishing company from him. That's the only reason why you would name your company the same name as Suge's company, correct? Right. He lied and he said he owned Daz's publishing, right? So if he owned Daz's publishing in this check, you should be getting revenue from Ambitions of a Rider, I Ain't Mad at You, Scandalous, and all of these other songs that have been played on the radio, because that's what ASCAP pays the royalties to radio television when it's played on radio and television. But no, what Reggie did was he told John in a braggadocious manner, he said, John, redact that, don't show how much I got for my check, because I don't want them to get jealous of me and all of this, that, and the other. But guess what gullible John didn't do? He didn't redact it all the way. And in this top right-hand corner, you see the total royalty amount for this month of this date, and it is $115. John, you slipped up. You didn't get it right, John. And the sad part about it is, John redacted this check, letting Reggie lie to you and tell you all of these things when he knew that the amount was $115. But we're going to be jealous of them or jealous of him. We don't want to get mad about $115. I just spent $115 on dinner. Facts. Right? So why lie about something so small and petty? Because that's who he is. He's a small and petty dude who's been masquerading as this big shot guy, right? Who's not that. So if the check he had to lie about, then we don't believe the preceding letter that he alleges that Kevin Hackey wrote him, basically trying to exonerate him or dissolve him of being involved with Tupac's murder. Isn't that ironic? So he lies about this check, saying he didn't want us to be jealous of him for the amount that he got. He told us he owned Daz's publishing. Daz, I hope you're listening. We caught him, Daz. We caught him. We caught him. And everybody that Reggie Wright Jr. has ever said anything about, if he said anything negative about you, you need to share this video. He's a fraud. He's a fraud, period. You talked about me, right? You called me the groupie. He even went as far as to say that I was gay, right? I ain't get mad. I know who I am. You know what I mean? Like I said, at the end of the day, you haven't proven none of those things. But what we've proved is you're a liar and you're a fraud. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the fact that he had to lie about this supposedly big check that he had, we don't believe that the letter's from Kevin Hackey. Nah, we don't believe you. We need to hear from Kevin Hackey, right? And the sad part about it is I have nothing against Kevin Hackey. I guess Reggie, reached out to him and probably boosted some lie to him to get him to respond. Right? Check it out. Kevin Hackey, what lost me in the letter more than anything was when Kevin Hackey admitted that he was an FBI informant. From that part, I stopped listening to it. I'm like, wow. Because the question that I have to ask, right, is that did Tupac Shakur know that Kevin Hackey was an FBI informant? That's why this situation is so convoluted and people believe so much of what they believe, is because that came out afterwards. But guess who wasn't? Michael Moore. Michael Moore was a fire captain, right? Michael Moore spoke the truth as to how he felt about Tupac, but yet each and every day came and did his job to a T. So we caught him, y'all. He been doing this shit for years. And then when somebody comes up, you know what he does? He does the old elementary high school trick. He starts name calling. The groupie, the midget, Genie, and all of these other little elementary school diversion tactics to get you away from the facts that Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. was complicit in the death of Tupac Shakur. He did, in fact, pull the security off of Tupac that night. He did, in fact, say that they shouldn't have shouldn't carry guns that night. He did, in fact, did not send the 5 security guards that Suge Knight had requested that he send. Suge Knight said it out of his own mouth, y'all.
There was a plan already to do something to him.
Yeah.
And that's why, like I said, I had 2 of the toughest guys for him, and Reggie pulled them off of me. It didn't have to happen. I told him to send 5 guys from the club to there, and they never said nobody.
So now, Reggie Wright Jr. is the same guy, or Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. is the same guy, right, who would sit here and have you believe that he's taking up for Suge Knight and speaking on his behalf, when in the past, Reggie has called Suge a snitch. You don't have to believe me. Here it is from their channel. And then all of a sudden he'll come back again and be like, you know, me and Suge like brothers and we go back. And no, come on now. You got to be kidding me. Once again, this is the manipulation, misinformation, lies, and erroneous garbage that he's been spewing out for years. But we caught him. Everything that you've ever said about Snoop is a lie. We don't believe you. You lied about this check and said that we would be jealous of you. Everything that you said about Daz is a lie. Everything you said about DJ Quick is a lie. Everything that you said about anybody is a lie. We do not believe him. This letter that it's allegedly from Kevin Hackey is a lie until we hear it from Kevin Hackey's mouth himself. If he lied about something as little as this supposedly big check he got that we're going to be jealous of, that he thought that was redacted but wasn't, checkmate. Got him. And the cold part is he gave it to us. He gave us the information that we needed to show you who he really is. It didn't work, Reggie. It didn't work. How come you didn't send the 5 security guards that Suge Knight asked you on September 7th, 1996? How come you were so adamant about going to the hotel and picking up Michael Moore so that he could come down to 662 when nobody was supposed to have guns down there? And another thing, he tried to mislead you and he lied about this. Judy Lacowski said that Michael Moore said that Tupac never wanted to wear his vest. Not that he made Tupac wear his vest all the time. She said that Michael Moore said, Tupac, you know you're supposed to wear the vest, but you don't wear it. But he tries to make him wear it. Basically, Michael Moore was saying that, he insisted that he wear it when he was with him. You know what I mean? Even if he had to put it on him himself, just so that Tupac could be safe. Right? But Reggie tried to twist that and said that Michael Moore said that, he made him wear it all the time, and attempted to show you pictures to mislead you into saying that, into thinking that, well, Tupac didn't have a vest on here and he was with him, and Tupac didn't have a vest on here. No, she said that Michael said that Tupac didn't want to wear the vest and didn't wear the vest and knew he was supposed to wear it. That's a fact. That's a truth. It's sad, man. It's sad. This guy is sad. This guy is sad. But you know what? We got him. So we don't believe that that's a letter from Kevin Hackey because it attempts to exonerate you from being involved with Tupac's murder. I don't know how Kevin Hackey can exonerate you when he was an undercover informant for the FBI. I don't know how that works. Because if he was an undercover informant for the FBI by his own admission, then he should have known more about the situation involving Tupac, and whereas he would try to save Tupac's life. Or at least call his partners at the FBI and say, hey, you know what? I need some assistance here. Right? This is the same tactic that they use for the Black Panthers with the COINTELPRO thing. And Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. would attempt to have Kevin Hackey or a letter allegedly written by Kevin Hackey as something that would exonerate him? Where do they do this at? Where do they do this at, man? Because I don't know. Wow. 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 He must think y'all really stupid. Well, he does. He's in fact said it. He's in fact said it. You know, like I said, I don't have nothing against Kevin Hackey. But the fact of the matter is in that letter, I'm only repeating what Kevin Hackey allegedly said. He said, and I quote, that I was an FBI informant, and Reggie, you were never the target of his investigation when working for the FBI. Unquote. And I'm asking you, how do we believe, even if the letter was true, but we don't believe you because you lied about the royalty check and this astronomical amount that it was supposed to be for? You lied about owning Daz's publishing. You lied on Yasmin Fula saying that Tupac fired her when he didn't. All of these things he's lied about, y'all. You can keep on listening to him. It really doesn't matter to me. But when he opened his mouth and say my name or say anything, distasteful about me, I'm going to respond, and I'm going to respond with facts. Go to my community section. Here's the check right here once again. He's a liar. He's a fraud. He's a thief. He can't be trusted. Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. That's who he is. That's who he'll be remembered as. You never ran death row. We understand that. You were a liaison, and ain't nothing wrong with that. Michelle A. was running death row when Suge was in jail. You were tantamount to a runner. You know, go see what Suge got to say, because we can't talk on the phone. Right? But then again, when he don't get his way, he get petty. Right? He called Suge a snitch. Right? The other day he did a video and he alleged, well, if he seen the letter that Tupac sent, the facts firing him, he would have been like, well, F Tupac this and that and the other and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Y'all missed that. You missed that? Go check that video out. Here it is right here. Go check this video out. What you heard was how he really felt about Tupac, because he did know about the letter. That's why he pulled the security off of Tupac. That's why Tupac was adamant about Michael Moore still being with him, because Michael Moore was being paid by Death Row, not by Right Way. And furthermore, there was no corporation in 1995 and 96. You might have had a DBA. It's cool. But there was no incorporation. That's what we said. That's what I said. Once again, he tried to mislead you with that one. So, like I said, once again, it's very interesting, man. We got him, man. You can't believe nothing Reggie Wright says. Simple. With this check thing, is the straw that broke the camel's back, man. He said that y'all would be jealous of him if y'all knew the amount. That's somebody trying to build themselves up for something that they're really not. Nah, he's not that guy. He doesn't own Daz's Publishing. He doesn't own the real Simon Says Publishing. Not at $115 for a royalty check. No. It's all a lie. To get you to think that he was more important to the situation than he actually was. And last but not least, he's supposed to be balling. But was that the week of August 5th? Around about that time? He was on YouTube soliciting people for birthday money. People who didn't even know when his birthday was. Are you kidding me? What grown man does that? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. That's who does that. What grown man lies about a check that he received as if it was more than it actually was? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. What man lies about a woman, Yasmin Fula, and saying that Tupac fired her when he didn't? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Who is a failed police officer? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Who's a failed money launderer? Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Who is the failed security guy or head of security guy who did not send the 5 security guards that Suge Knight requested on September 7th, 1996 that allowed Tupac Shakur to be shot? His name is Reggie the Rat Wright Jr. Period. You can say, call me whatever kind of names you want to, man. One thing you'll never be able to call me is a rat. One thing you'll never be able to call me is a rat. So when you sit down and think about it. Look in the mirror, because that's the worst person that you could ever lie to. He's lied to you guys, but more importantly, he lies to himself each and every day. So much that he think he can pull it over on you. Sad. Your boy Delray, straight game.